So today the demo is going to be around using AI to create PowerPoints in minutes, maybe in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes, depending on what you are working on. And most people present, right? When we talk about the TED show, right? Everybody kind of put their ideas, you have your ideas, you write them down, and then you have to really translate it into something if you want to show it to somebody or if you want to share with somebody. And so PowerPoint is one of the best ways we can demonstrate something or teach other people or show people what we want to convey with our ideas and the knowledge or whatever. Every business pitch that raised millions of dollars went through this PowerPoint presentation. You go to the boardroom, you have to have a PowerPoint presentation or the slideshow or the slide deck to show management what your business is about, what your idea is about, what the report is about. So slides, PowerPoint presentation is very, very, very important. And every online course that you've studied or you taught, this all came from PowerPoint slides. And so PowerPoint has become very useful in our day-to-day activities, especially with business, with education, and what have you. And so even for this demo that I do, I always present this on a PowerPoint slides. And for the purpose of this, I'm not using that slide yet because we want to generate it in real time. And so if you're excited about this, give me a one in the chat. Let me know you are excited about what we are going to learn today. Drop me a one in the chat if this is something that you've been waiting for. Yeah, so let me go to the common uses of PowerPoint presentation. As I said earlier, we use it for teaching and for training. You can walk students or clients through lessons step by step, and also for business presentation, pitch ideas, you want to show results of your research or you want to impress your clients, you have to do this with PowerPoint presentation. Also, if you are a content creator like YouTube, content creator, podcast, whatever, or you generate content for your clients, PowerPoint slides gives you the visual backbone to really show your work. Maybe to present your video slides, whatever you have. And also, if you are somebody in e-commerce, you sell services or you sell products. If you are in e-commerce, you sell products, right? And so this can also help to you showcase your products and also to present your offer clearly so people can really understand why they should spend money with you and buy from you. And also personal projects and school projects, you need PowerPoint to do that. And so PowerPoint really takes time. The old way of creating PowerPoint slides take time. First of all, you have to gather your information, your idea, your thoughts, whatever it is. You have to write them down on a Word document or Google Docs or whatever. Once you are done with that, then you have to go to your Windows, Microsoft PowerPoint, and then you kind of select a template. You are going to select the look and feel, the colors, your brand colors. It's so much. It has so many moving parts, right? And if you are very savvy with PowerPoint, it will take you not less than maybe 2 hours or 3 hours to really get like a 10 uh, page slides completed. And so this is the old way of doing things, and you need to be creative, you need to be technical, and it's a pain. I mean, if you've been creating PowerPoints for presentations, for executive summary, for schoolwork and all that, you understand. You can feel the pain that I'm, I'm showing right now just by describing it, right? And most people give up by the time they even start, so with AI in the mix these days, we don't have that kind of issue. We can get things done within 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and boom, we are gone. And so this is no longer an issue because we have AI tools that can help us. And today I'm going to show you a tool called Gamma AI. Gamma AI is just like PowerPoint on steroids. There are other tools out there which we are going to go into that in a few minutes. But Gamma is one of the tools that I use to build my slides, to present solutions to my clients, and to teach and coach my students in this kind of format, right? Whether it's YouTube or podcasting or even a coaching program, a group coaching, this is how I present things. I use Gamma AI to do that. And so, yeah, what is Gamma AI? And at this moment, I'm going to switch to the slides that I have. And the slides I have, kind of put them on a Google Doc, the old way of doing things. And then later we are going to use the slides to generate PowerPoint slides using AI. That is going to be slick, beautiful, and let's go. Before we do that, who am I? My name is Eric Baykes, and I'm an AI consultant and a digital marketing expert. I'm a former DevOps engineer. I come from the IT background, and I'm also a life coach that who coaches people with life stuff. Right? We don't tell you what to do, but I help people to unleash their full potential, to see their blind sides. I work with people to move them from point A to point B. So whether you are stuck in life or not, you can work with me. And most of my coaching programs run under this kind of scheme. So first of all, let me start sharing my slides so that we can go straight into to the point. And what is Gamma AI? Gamma AI is a web-based AI tool that turns your words into beautiful professional slides in seconds. All right. You do not need design skills. You do not need PowerPoint. You just need this subscription. And they even have a free one. And so that is great news for the students, especially, and people who are just learning the ropes of digital marketing and AI. And so for today, what we are going to look at, we are going to look at the homepage, the new AI button, the three option. You can generate from prompt. You can import a document that you've already created, or maybe an old PowerPoint. You can bring it, or it's a Word document. The limitation is there's no limitation, right? Anything that you have in text, even in video and all that, can be transcribed, right? And by using different tools, and then you can bring it to Gamma AI to do that for you. I'm going to show you an example of a presentation I've already created. There's so many of them. Those of you who have been coming to this class know that I do this with some nightly high resolution PowerPoint presentation. This is not coming from PowerPoint. It comes from Gamma AI. So that is there for you too. And then we are going to take a tour about how Gamma AI, the dashboard, and what you can find and what its capabilities. And then at the end of the day, we are going to output or share whatever we create, right? So we can send it to PDF, we can send it to PowerPoint, we can send it to Word document, you can send it to anything that you want. And so that is that. Now for the two comparison, it's not just Gamma AI, which is out there doing this magical stuff. There are other tools like AIPPT.com, beautiful.ai, and also Canva, has an AI feature that can help you to do PowerPoint presentation. And as usual, if you're somebody, I use Canva for my creatives, my YouTube thumbnails, and all that. But when it comes to AI tools, I usually like to go for niche tools, right? Niche, NICHED, niche tools, because there are so many tools that can do so many things, but there are tools that can specialize in just one particular use case and be perfect on that. And that is the kind of tools, that's the kind of AI tools that I use for specific projects. Most of my AI tools kind of overlap, but when it comes to doing something specific, I have my AI tool that is suitable for that. So we are going to go into how they look like, the pricing, the learning curve, and also other things that the features that are not common to all of them. And so let's look at it. For Gamma AI, it's best for creative storytelling and web style decks, just like what I'm doing right now. Gamma is good for it. For AIPPT.com, is fast for data driven. So if you are somebody who deals with data, this is where this is the tool you want to use. Beautiful.ai is also brand consistent team decks, right? And Canva is design heavy visual. Like I said, it's Canva is more for images, photos, and elements on all those kind of stuff. So that is where their strength is. But everybody is kind of incorporating a layer of AI that does ABC into their tools. The competition is it's crazy nowadays. Ease of use, which is very, very important, especially for those of you who are new to technology, to AI, and uh, new to digital marketing and transitioning into AI. You want a tool that is easy to use, right? Some tools uh, way the tools give you more headache than the work that you have, if that makes sense. But some tools will need you to learn the tool for like 6 months even before you can use it to do a work that would take you only 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right? And so you want a tool that is easy to use. Yes, there are some free plans here, and so that is up to for you to check them out. Export to PPT, it's yes, yes, yes for all of them, with exception of Canva. Um, Price, I'm not going to go into pricing because pricing changes all the time. It requires, and their unique strength is something that is also very important. So two things you will always want to look for is the best for ease of use, and the unique strength is for speed and beautiful design from a single prompt. You can just use one prompt to prompt it to give you everything that you need. It has a huge library of templates for the AI PPT, and also for beautiful.ai, it's auto brand consistency for teams. And when it comes to Canva, it's familiar drag and drop editor. So they are not too bad, but I mean, my top choice has always been um, Gamma AI. And I love Gamma because I've been using Gamma for I think about a year and a half now, or getting to 2 years. I've forgotten when they came out, but I chanced on it, and since then, I fell in love with it, with free version, and then I kind of said that this is the tool that I need. And so, yeah, here are some pros and cons. I'm not gonna waste my time going through this, but you can do the research on your own, right? This is gonna take some time, and I don't think that we want to spend more time over here. So the bottom line here is, if you want speed, beauty, and simplicity, especially as a coach, creator, online creator, or you are a tech professional, or maybe a student, then you want to go with Gamma AI because it's good for the budget. It's also fast to learn, ease of use, and it's clean and beautiful. So, this is what we are going to do now. It's time again, once again, as you know, on this channel, Eric Bakes. This is where we get our hands dirty. our talk and we put things in perspective. We don't just talk about this, but we also get it done right on the session, right during the session. And so it's not like, okay, we're going to do it tomorrow, go home and do it this day and that, but we're doing it now. So now what we are going to do is to create a PowerPoint presentation using Gamma AI. Now, before we do that, let me show you Gamma AI, and I'm going to put the link in the description below. And for disclaimer here, I'm an affiliate of Gamma AI, and so I get something small when you buy from them, and this helps to help the channel to grow as we also have bills to pay. And so if you are interested in Gamma and you want to buy down the road, please come to this channel and look into the description. You're going to find the affiliate link in there. But yes, they have a free tier. And this is what you can do. You can create up to 10 cards. And I'm going to show you cards represent slides. And so it's just like a page. You can create up to 10 cards per prompt, right? You can have 400 credits that get used, they don't get refilled. And so you have to be very careful with your credits, especially when you are learning, so that you don't make mistakes that consumes your credit. And it gives you the simple presentation, docs, website, social image, and you can import from PowerPoint. You can also import from PDF and convert that. And you can export to PDF, PowerPoint, PNG, and Google Slides, right? And the plus version, I think that is what I'm on, or I'm on the pro version, but I got it for a big discount. And so that really helped. I got it for the yearly subscription. So that is great for me. So with this out of the way, these are the products. The product you can use it for presentation, even build website, social media content, documents, and then you can hook it up with an API. And the solutions, it's for consultants, marketing, sales teams, and educators. So that is what you need to know about this. But let's go to the page itself so that I can show you around a little bit before we get into our demo. So here is the dashboard of this is the dashboard for Gamma AI. And let me adjust this. And as you can see here, I have so many slides, presentations that I've created, some for this YouTube class, some for my clients. I run an agency, an AI agency where I help IT companies. And so when I talk to my clients, this is where I kind of present my solutions. So as you can see, I have some enterprise acquisition for engine for CRC data warehouse, right? I have it for this is ChatGPT job search masterclass, which I held this class here. How to make any character talk. I made it here, right? I demoed this over here. So as you can see, I have enterprise acquisition engine for CMIT. So it's for presentation, it's for clients, work, whatever. When I have a coaching session, I can like live coaching unlocked. For instance, this is one of my presentations. I can go through this whilst I host a program. And so you get the whole idea. A quick tour. You have the templates here. Templates are the templates you can use to build um, your your slides. And templates are kind of like the brand, the color, the text, the fonts, and all those kind of stuff that constitute the template. And you have the library here where you can add things that you want, right? Your themes, your fonts and everything, you can keep them here. I don't use it. And then the settings is where you set up your numbers. You set up your account. You can add members to your account. And this is the billing part and the workspace default. and all that. All these things you don't really need right now. And then you can get more from this three button and the Gamma API. You can follow them on YouTube and X, all those social media platforms. And if you want to become an expert, you can even go into their university or the academy where you can go and learn more. And I recommend this to people who are starting out as freelancers. You can be generating PowerPoint slides for your clients, right? These are things that people need. A lot of business owners don't have the time. They will pay people to do it for them, and then you have your support and feedback, and then your account settings. It tells you which account and all those kind of stuff. So as I told you, I'm a plus member. So this is out of the way now. Let's go back to the demo. So I kind of prepared this demo, this prompt to you. Now, whenever you want to set up, create a PowerPoint presentation using Gamma AI, just like you do in a traditional settings, right? One, you have to put your thoughts together, your idea, the report, whatever you got. You want to put it into something like a Word document, something like a Word document, or something that a script that you can read, right? Just like the way you do it using PowerPoint, and then you cut and you paste your content, and then you start adjusting with PowerPoint. That is crazy. Now, everything that I want to present today, I have it here already. So this is the steps that I was just talking to you about. I have my document, and this could be a meeting transcript from a Zoom meeting with a client, right? This could be a meeting you had with a counseling student. This could be a meeting or a report you got from a research. This could be something that you copied from another website. This could be anything. This could be an email from somebody that you want to present it in a PowerPoint slide. So here I have my text, and there are a couple of things I can do, right? I can go to Gamma and say that, hey, I want to import, right? I can import this. It can either be plain import text, or I can upload PowerPoints and all those kind of stuff. I don't really like it that way because I'm kind of limited and I have to do a lot of editing in Gamma, which I don't enjoy doing, and it also consumes credit, especially if you are on a lower tier. And so you want to make sure that you get everything right, on paper before you bring it over to Gamma AI to help you with this. So I don't upload, or I don't take the content and upload them. I use a different way. And I think that this approach is way better. It helps you to get less editing in Gamma than, the other way around. And it's faster. So now let's get to the whole thing. So here, I've already put this prompt together, but because I'm doing this live, let's do this again, because the reason why I'm going to do this again is because this doesn't take too much time as it does with generating AI images. So I'm going to copy all of this, right? I'm going to copy all of this, right? And then I'm going to copy it. And what I'm going to do is that now I can decide, where do I want to use it? I want Claude, and I'm going to use Claude because Claude is good when it comes to writing content, right? It can write as close to a human. So I prefer using Claude. Sometimes I use ChatGPT. That is when my free version of Claude is exhausted. But Claude will always be my first choice. So now I'm going to copy this. And what I'm going to do is basically to head over to Gamma. Like I said, if we want to create a new AI, we can come here, and then, we can create a new Gamma AI. Now, when you click create with AI, this is what it gives you. So I can import something from my website. I just have to copy the URL and give it to it. Create from a template. That is a template that you already have, or you can create from plain text. This is what I use all the time. And then you can just create from just one line prompt. If you know what you're doing, I will recommend this for people who are just using maybe a one page document to create something nice, But if you have a lot of information going on, then I recommend that you select this option. Now, once you select this option, it gives you a couple of options, right? It gives you a web page. What you want to create? Is it going to be a website? You can create websites here and then transfer the code later, right? The HTML code. Or is it for a document? Is it for social media? So it asks you all this stuff here, and then there's a setting that you can use. Do you want to go to the traditional way, or you want to go with a tool? I always leave this as default, which I find out to be the best. And so let's go and get our prompt. Now, we don't have our prompt yet, right? Remember, I told you that I don't have the prompt because I want to generate the prompt with you guys during this live session. So what I'm going to do is that I've already copied the whole demo script on Google Docs, and I'm going to drop it in Claude, right? Now, this is where I'm going to tell Claude what I want to achieve and then give it all the necessary information. So I will tell Claude something like, I I want to create a gamma in PPT. It knows like PowerPoint presentation, gamma point PPT, using this presentation attached. And then I'm going to do something like that. And then I'm going to drop in my information. Now it kind of treats it. That's one thing I like about Claude. It takes it as a file, so you can continue to write over here. Right. Once you have something, once you have a big chunk of information, it kind of takes it as a whole page. And as you can see over here, it's kind of pasted it, and so you can continue writing your prompt. And so now I'm telling Gamma AI that I want to create that PowerPoint. Now, having told it anything, right? Prompting is very, very critical here. Whatever you give is whatever you get. So if this is making sense to you, please drop a two in the chat box and let me know this is making some sense. And let's continue. I love to see them too, so keep them coming. So I want to create a Gamma AI PPT using this presentation. Now I've attached it already. I want this slide to be a 15-page slide. Remember, if you are on the free tier, you can do only up to 10 slides. And so just bear that in mind. I have a premium version, that is why subscription, that is why I'm able to do 15. And even with this, it gives me up to 15, unless, of course, I'll show you that. If I want to increase the prompts, then I do it manually when I'm actually creating the slide, once the slides are completed. And so we want to do a 15. I want this slide to be a 15-page slide. This is for my YouTube audience who love AI and digital marketing. Now, why am I adding this? I'm adding this so that it knows the kind of audience that helps it to really come up with the content which is that is tailored specifically for the kind of audience I have, right? So if I was doing this for teachers or for business owners, I have to state that in there so that it kind of knows what it. If I say that I want this for like a sixth grader, it knows the kind of language it has to use, break everything down so that they can understand. And so, yeah, this is for my YouTube audience who love AI and digital marketing. Um, no need to give me design specs because I will get that theme selection theme selection from Gamma AI. Now, why am I adding this? One thing I've realized is that usually the prompt will come with specifications for the design, right? The template, the font, how it has to be, like a technical, sleek look and all those things. I don't need that because Gamma has so many templates I can choose. And so this is, learning from experience, right? And so those kind of information kind of make the prompt too big. So I kind of tell it right away to eliminate that because I'm going to pick a template. I'm not giving it instructions as to what to do. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to say something else, maybe uh, add. And the reason is that I want to show you if this can also create graphs and pie charts and all that. And so come up with an idea for a graph or a chart when comparing the different AI tools discussed here. So I also want to show you guys that we can generate graphs, we can generate everything, and so it's not really important here. But just for the sake of this demo, I asked it to add some graphs just to give you an idea that if you have the data, it can crunch it and give you an output that is going to be visually appealing, beautiful, and easy to digest, right? And I think the last thing I want to add is that now I'm telling ChatGPT what I want to accomplish, but remember that I haven't really told it what I want. What I'm looking for is a solid prompt, right? Based on the information I've provided. So, guys, pay attention to this part. It's not just about giving, ChatGPT or Claude any kind of information. You need to explain to the but what you are really doing or what you are trying to do, and then request. Ask what you want it to help you with. So now I want a powerful, you can use any adjective you want, prompt for Gamma AI to create this. Now, this is all that I need to do, right? Your prompt could be something different, but it might achieve the same thing. So it's just your choice of words, but you can mix it anyhow. You can say this first and last, and this is going to be so. Boom! I hit for this, and then I wait for my prompt, right? So here's your Gamma prompt. You just copy this and paste it, right? This is so beautiful. Now let's keep tracking the time now, right? Since I started, even though I'm teaching, I use about 2 minutes just to explain to you the prompting. Now I have everything over here, right? I've told it I need 15 slides. It's giving me the 15 slides and it's kind of broken them into pieces. Now, design instruction for Ghana. Use modern clean theme with bold sections, headlines, blah, blah, blah. It didn't give me the full details. So I will take this and I will copy the whole of this. This is my whole prompt, and I will copy it from here. So we copy the prompt. Now, let's recap quickly before you forget. Now, you have your idea. You transfer your idea onto a sheet of paper, Google Docs, Word document, whatever, or the idea is on a PDF, it's on a website, wherever, it doesn't matter, right? You want to take that information and then bring it to your favorite chat box, right? Whether Chat GPT or Claude, right? You bring it in and then you tell the bot what you want. And then you give the information what you are trying to do and all that. Now, once you have that, you copy that prompt and then you send it to Gamma AI. And just to go back so that you see how we started, we went to create new with AI. And then I give you the options we have over here. We are going to use plain text. And this is where I'm going to drop my information, right? In this case, it's going to be the prompt, right? And so I copy it, I paste it here. And now everything that we discussed over here is kind of arranged that in a slide deck. And I'm ready to send this to Gamma to prepare it for me. Now, here, what you want to do with this content, right? Generate from notes or an outline. Sometimes if I have so much information, like maybe I use the URL, then I'm going to say generate from notes or an outline, right? That is going to give you like bullet points. Or maybe you feed it with bullet points and it's going to generate from those points that you gave it. Or you want to summarize long text or long text or document into something small, right? This is good for pitch deck or something like that. Those business guys who present business, what you call it, business plans and stuff like that. This is something that will be very useful to you. And then preserve this exact text. I use this one most often than not because, like I said, I don't do things in Gamma AI and then start editing. I do everything outside and bring it. So once I bring it, I have like everything that I want in my prompt already. And so I'm not going to do much. And you are going to see, no matter how things are, you might not be 100% satisfied with everything. So you are going to make some tweaks here and there. And so I'm going to select this option here. And then I'll continue to the prompt, right? You can also import files to add to it. Now we are not going to do that. That is advanced class, but I'm going to continue to configuring the prompt. And it's going to go to the next page. It's usually quick. I don't know why this is taking so long. Yeah, whilst we wait, let me see, in the chat if this is really uh, helpful, and let me know how you are going to use this in your everyday life, whether you are a student, a business owner, or a content creator. How are you going to use this? So let me see in the chat what you are going to use this tool and what you've learned today. What are you going to use it for? How are you going to apply it? Get your hands dirty. Now, let me refresh. I think there is a problem here. So let's see what's going to happen. Um, okay, so let me go back to the home and see if it created something. All right. It didn't create anything. So let's go back and create new. And I hope I have everything here. I'm going to select this and I'm going to continue prompting. Yeah, there you go. So now it brings me to another page, right? Now, check this thing out here. It says card by card. It gave me only two total cards. I don't like this option. So what I usually do is to come to the free form. And then I can add the number of cards I want. So once you bring it to the free form, it usually puts you to the 10 cards, which is the default, and then you can increase that. So now I'm going to increase that to 15. Now, if I want to go more than 15, I have to upgrade between 20 to 60. You can be the next tier up is to it's for 20 cards up to 60. But I don't need 20 cards. Even if I need 20 cards, once the slides have been generated, I can add more cards if I want. And so we are going to stick to the 15 cards here for this demo. So on the left hand side, I'm preserving everything, or you want to condense, which was the second option we saw on the previous page. And then this one is the generate, right? The language output is English. You can select Afrikaans, you can select Russian, Netherlands, UK English, Indian English, and US English. You have all these options, right? Remember, the spellings are also different sometimes. So you have to, that's why they have all this variation. But whatever language you want, you can do that. The visuals, this is where you have the themes, right? So you select the theme. Usually, what I do is if I'm working on a client's project, I go to their website, I look at their color theme, and then based on that, I come and use that to select the theme that I want. And so you can view, you have 6 defaults here, but you can always look for more, and it tells you. So if the company I want to present to, or let's say, is this, then I'm going to select this style, and then I'll select the theme. So just for this purpose, I'll select a red theme for this. And the image sources, right here, you have stock images, you have web images, you have AI images, you have illustrations, you have different images sources, right? And you can use GIFs, GIF or GIF, whatever you want to call it, image placeholders. So, I'm using AI images, right? And then it depends on how do you want the image, right? The art style. Do you want it like a real image, like photorealistic, or do you want it like an illustration? Do you want it abstract? Do you want it like 3D or cartoons? There's so much you can choose from, right? And here you can add extra keywords, like, you want a colorful. This is what Claude was giving to me on the design style, but I leave that because I have that prompt in here, so I'm not going to do anything about that. The format, we've already selected the format in the previous page, and so we are almost done. One thing is that you have an optional instructions that you can add, right? And this is where sometimes you add, let's say, things that you don't want the AI to do, or extra things that you don't have in your prompt but you want the AI to do. And so for this, let me just make something up. If you have seen most of my slides presentation, you're going to see that you see a lot of people wearing African prints, whether they are brown, whether they are white, or whether they are black. They are wearing African prints, and I try to represent my culture, right? I come from Ghana, just by the way, so I try to represent my culture, and that is why I add all these people. The characters in there must be wearing African prints. So something like that. And so let me add, just to make this fun, let me add this. Their characters, or the human characters in this slide must all be wearing beautiful African prints, print, African print clothing or clothes, whatever. Uh, uh, the spelling is not going well today. Yeah, clothing, and that is it. So with this, Let's hit generate and let's see the magic happen right now. And so it has started, right? Now just imagine if you were doing this on PowerPoint. How are you going to do this? Even with this session, I started talking and I've been talking a lot, right? And everything, we're still under 1 hour. And you cannot do this kind of presentation if you were doing it the traditional way in 1 hour. It's going to take you more time, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours. I've done this over and over, presenting, during my corporate world, presenting research reports and all that to management. It takes me sometimes a day to put a whole nice presentation together. So this is great. I mean, you can get this done within 20 minutes. Sometimes I just get on it and then boom, I'm done. Like within 15 minutes, I'm up and running and I'm finished. So now we have 15 powerful slides, right? Ready to go. This is so beautiful. This is so exciting to get this. And we can change the template. I mean, this is too kind of red for my liking. And so I might want to change the template. I don't like the colors, but let's do something important here before we go. So as you can see, it's create PowerPoint slides in minute with AI, gamma, blah blah blah. So here, maybe I would just edit. This is how I edit, and then maybe try to center things around. So here is the editing feature. I can center this. I can change the color, right? I can change the color to green. I can add my name, by um, uh, Bakes, right? I can edit it like a Word document. If I don't like this image, I can change it, right? I can tell it, and here is where you add. There's an image agent where you can tell it what to do. So I can say that I don't like this card star. I want to change it to this one. I want the lady to be on the right, or I want it to be in the background, right? Or I want this image to be up there and I can bring it back to this side. I think we had it like this. So I usually prefer it to be on the right. So now we have the lady here. We can change the lady. We can say that, okay, make this lady, give this lady, um, change, give this lady a virtual screen as if she was editing with Gamma AI. So let's see what this is going to do. So this is the image agent, right? Now let's go down. So it's going to edit the image, and then you have on your left, which is the navigation of each pages. So you can skip pages, but I want this to finish now. This is what we have here. I can skip to any of the pages that I want. Here, this is another slide, slide 3. So you can go straight to the slide and then edit your stuff. So here again, I can select this and then I can center all this text, and I can change the lady if I want. There's so much I can do, right? So much. Now, let me clear this part. I want to change the template. So over here, you can see you can do a lot of things here. Images, you can add images, smart layouts, smart diagrams, charts, and graphs. You see, it gave me the charts and graphs over here. Maybe I don't like this. Maybe I will change it, right? Videos and media. You can also add your own photos and media. So let's assume that over here, um, over here, I don't like this image. I can just come here. Let's go to edit image. There's some short prompts you can use to edit the image, but I can also take this image and I can edit the image. I can uh, take it um, from my machine. I'm trying to get it, this screen is not that big enough for me to edit the images. But what I'm trying to do here is that I can go into my computer and upload photos from, yeah, so AI images here. I can upload my own image from my computer. I can go to stock photos. I can go to, you have so much at your disposal to use. So that gives you fin. And then once you finish, if you are okay with everything that you see, then you just go to present mode, right? This is how I usually show the presentation. And as you can see, we have a clean deck of slides that would have been nice if I used this for the presentation, right? But this is it. This whole presentation that we had on the work document, it's now live and breathing in Gamma AI with beautiful slides. And you cannot do this, you don't have to be an expertise to do this. Anybody can do this. Within 5 to 10 minutes you can churn out a powerful, slick looking PowerPoint slide in minutes, right? So as you can see here, and I said we can change the template if we want. And so this is beautiful. I like it. What are the PowerPoint slide used for? It gives so much, right? Why slides still matter in 2025? Okay, it said 2025. It's supposed to be 2026. So I can edit that, every text show that inspired, right? It gave you an image. I didn't even say anything about adding a TED show image, right, with a lady, but it kind of did that. Um, we have Meet Gamma, these are the options that you have and how Gamma works. Three, you enter a topic, generate the slides. Yeah, so as you can see, this is so easy to do. Easy to do. The caveman can do it. And, it kind of presented the graphs, everything that I asked it, it kind of did it. If I don't like it, it's all about tweaking the prompt. And that is it. And so now you don't have any excuses to give bad presentations. Now you have the tool, they have a free version, so you can always get that to make your presentations look clean, crisp, professional, and beautiful. This will hook on people to it. People will want to spend time on it to get all the information. So you can get your points across. You can get a lot of engagement when you use AI to leverage your presentation skills. So I hope this was really useful to you. This was valuable. And if you are, this is your first time on this channel, please subscribe to the channel and also share this video with your network. Share this with a creator or a student or a business owner. They are going to thank you since it has a free version. So everybody can present powerful, slick looking PowerPoint presentation these days. And also, please like this video, come back to the comment section and comment, not in the chat box, but in the comment section. Please like the video and comment. This helps the algorithm to see us so that they can bring our channel up for other people to see the work that we are doing. And also, if you want to book a one-on-one session with me, the link is going to be in the description. I help people with life coaching and also people who are transitioning from the corporate world to the AI, digital marketing, entrepreneurship, running your own business kind of thing. That's the kind of people I help. So I help you to see your blind spots and also come up with practical steps that can really translate into real life scenarios. And so that is that for you. And you can also check my blog on luminousconsciousness.com. It is a personal blog which I talk about spirituality, I talk about empowerment, I talk about so many things. So if this video was good, please drop me a 0. And once again, if this is your first time, please know that we meet once a week. We meet once a week on Wednesdays. Now, this class is on Thursday because yesterday we had a technical glitch with our sound, and so we had to postpone this. But it's always on Wednesdays, 11 o'clock EST, yeah, 11 a.m. EST, and 4 p.m. GMT if you are in the UK or in Ghana or wherever you are. So 11 a.m. EST, 4 p.m. GMT. And with not much to say. I see some zeros coming, but hey, I thank you so much for your presence. I thank you for the support and keep coming back for more. Next week, we are going to have another banger. You know that I'm not lazy. I always give you something that you can apply to your workflows, to your life, to your job, to your business immediately after you leave this session. So until we meet next week, thank you very much. Namaste.